That's a good question. So there's a lot of great companies that have done a great job being sort of better for you foods, and that's great. But what we're really trying to do is be truly good for you foods, and really starting with chocolate, which is basically almost everyone's favorite food or one of everyone's favorite foods, and really trying to make it not just, better for you, but good for you. So avocado is a way to have a truly healthy chocolate. We say it's the chocolate that loves you back. Yeah, so it's an avocado chocolate. So and it isn't any one thing. So some people call it a pudding. Yes, it's a pudding. It's also a spread. It's a dip. It's also a frozen dessert. It's all of those things. And so it's a really versatile, nutrient-dense snack that basically allows you to get your chocolate fix at breakfast, lunch, and dinner whenever you feel like it, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. Our target market is really those people, and there's a whole lot of us, including me, that really want to be healthier but don't know exactly how to do it. So you're kind of more mainstream, maybe high-end consumer that wants to leave it a healthy, more active lifestyle, but isn't yet willing to make the compromises on taste and convenience. And so that's what we're trying to do here, is try and be, a healthy, nutrient-dense snack that's got both taste and health without compromise. Since December of last year, so in the last 9 months or so, we've grown from 2 stores to 250. So we're in a combination of natural organic stores, like say a Fresh Time, a lot of co-ops in the upper Midwest. We're also in a fair number of more mainstream stores. So say Target, for example, they just expanded us. So we're in about 160 Targets right now. This time next year, we expect to be in well over 2,000 stores. Well, the biggest surprise for me is we got off to a start here saying, if we turn at the average rate of sale, we're doing great, because we're basically building the category here. And what we've learned to date is we're selling at almost 3 times the average rate of sale, spending very little in marketing. That's been surprising, but what's most encouraging in a way is we just finished a bunch of learning that said almost universally, people don't really know what avocado is or how they would use it. Yet despite that, we're selling at almost 3 times the average rate of sale. And we have a very clear path for how to simplify communication a little bit so that people do know exactly what it is and how to use it. So it's really encouraging to me that people are buying us for the novelty, that they try it, they like it, they tell their friends, and that's sort of the gift that keeps on giving. What's exciting is that there's a very clear path to tell that same story and open it up to more of a mainstream audience. Well, certainly everything is easier with money. It always is. We're fortunate in that we're performing well enough that we don't need as much money as we'd want, but to really press this first mover advantage and strike while the iron's hot, for lack of a better term, we're really trying to get out there and really establish a strong first mover advantage. Of course, we have our IP, our utility patent, and so on, but really the best defense is a strong offense. And really the best way we can have a strong offense is to have a fair amount of investment. So we're looking for people to come in not just with money, which would be great, but also expertise in the natural foods space. We've got a really strong board, more of big food type people. So we're really looking for someone, that myself included, I'm not an expert in the natural food space, and so we could really use some help there from both a money and an expertise perspective to help us navigate what's really the best way to grow in this space. I struggle with answering that question because there's always competitors in any space. For us, there are so few even indirect competitors that it is hard to establish for an investor, our analog is this or that. So people often ask us, are you a pudding? Are you a frozen dessert? Are you a spread? And I'm no Steve Jobs and this is no iPhone, but it's sort of similar to like the Steve Jobs iPhone pitch. Is this a phone? Is it a computer? Is it a Palm Pilot? No, it's an iPhone, right? So we're not comparing ourselves to any one. We're not just a spread. We're not just a dip. We're not just a frozen dessert. We're avocado. And that's been a bit of a challenge, but it's a challenge, but it's also a blessing in terms of that's really what differentiates us, is that it really is, for now, a big white space category. And so, but we're figuring that out as we go and bringing some clarity to that question.